Hello and welcome to the professionals. I'm your host Tan. Today we have with us Mr. Phi, the founder and CEO of Hiip Asia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hiip is now leader in Vietnam for sure and is coming up as one of the leading players in Southeast Asia. It's exciting as a tech company, homegrown Vietnam and now becoming a more regional and global players. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what Hiip does?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Phi Nguyễn and I'm like Han say, I'm the CEO and founder of Hiip, the leading social influencer platform in Southeast Asia. So what have we do? So we are the platform, and as a platform we have two sides. The main side, which is brands, business, and advertiser, and the supply side is social influencer, the one who famous on social media, on the internet. So for the brands, we help them to find, connect, and collaborate with social influencer to promote for their product and service. For influencer, we help them to work with these brands to make some more money. And what difference about us is we apply a lot of advanced technology like big data and artificial intelligence in the whole process to make the campaign faster, better, more selection, and I think is very important. It's cheaper. So,
I see.
Yeah.
So that we can also do more with the same resources.
Right. Yeah.
You must have came across many marketing professionals, good one, better one. What are some common characteristics of the good ones?
I think, there are many, right? So, but I'm trying to list out for a few key things. For me, the first is you have to deliver what you promise. Yeah, it should be on time.
I see.
Yeah, it's also very important in personal life and in professional life. But sometimes Vietnamese, because of so many reasons,
Yes.
they try to be a few minutes late. But for me and for us as a regional companies, it become very a problem or issue when you go to other markets where people value and respect time a lot.
I see.
Yeah.
So this is a unique experience you have that there's a homegrown professionals, business from Vietnam, and then go work across territories and markets.
Yeah.
Is the professionalism in one country the same or different from others?
In general, I would say people have the very similar expectation for professionalism. But there are some aspect, people expect higher. There are some aspect people expect normal.
I see.
And there's some market people expect lower. But in general, the concept is there. So like I said, you need to be, when you do something, you have to deliver exactly what you say, what you promise to your clients, to your partner. When to promise to deliver it today, it has to be today. Or our meeting is supposed to be at 1 o'clock. We need to start at 1 o'clock. Kind of. So, but in some markets, they expect even more. They set the highest bar for a standard. Yeah, especially for more developed markets. Yeah, for us, it's okay. Because Southeast Asia, except for Singapore,
Yes.
maybe different, but other markets share the similarity. Yeah.
I see.
In
So
terms
it's
of
pretty much universal.
yeah.
At the same time, when we work across industry, with across industry clients, and especially your nature of service and your nature of offering is very new.
Yeah, I have.
How do good professionals approach it? Because it's impossible for them to know
Yeah.
what partners like you know. So how do good one approach or get to learn about it?
It's funny because the good one doesn't look good at first.
I see.
Yeah. So at first they may ask a lot of questions
Ah,
to make sure they understand it correctly.
okay.
To make sure there's no miscommunication here. To make sure there's no misunderstanding here. So they set the right expectation
I see.
for the problem, for the campaign, for everything regarding to our service.
So in a way, they're not being shy, looking stupid.
Not really, but they try to ask so many questions. At first, we think they are so difficult to us, but not really. These kinds of partners, these kinds of clients, or these kinds of influencers, they are the one who really serious.
I
And when you
see.
serious, you want to make sure you understand it correctly, right?
True.
Not from your point of view, but from your partner point of view.
True.
And yeah, when you understand very correctly and you tell the truth, the rest should be okay.
I see.
Yeah.
So, in a way, it's about learning new things.
Yeah.
It's about not shy asking, and then but even with that, right? Sometimes there's still some conflict. Sometimes there's still some like disagreement. What do you see that the good professional marketing and brand building people, how do they resolve such things?
The good one will say it all.
Ah,
The good one will tell you the truth. The good one will look for solution, not trying to claim whose problems.
I see.
Yeah. So I really appreciate these kinds of people, and we all humans. Everyone work for somebody, right?
Yes.
So maybe this project we work together from different roles, but maybe different projects. Maybe as a future time, you have a different role, I have a different role.
Yes.
Maybe I become your client and you become my supplier.
True.
We're not sure about the future time, right?
Yes.
So just trying to find it through and just try to find solution rather than to claim the problems. Of course, I mean somebody have to be responsible for the problems, right? But at this point, we should find solution.
So, you've seen people grow up in your organization
Yeah.
outside. They start working as a junior and then they grow, but not everybody grow at the same rate.
Yeah.
Some grow faster, more meaningful way.
Yeah.
What do they do differently?
I think one thing that set somebody's, I mean, apart from the rest, is their if they are open and to be an active learner constantly. Right? So if you always learn something from everyone, from small stuff, from big stuff, right, you will grow very fast compared to the rest. And because you grow fast, you will receive more challenge. Better people, I mean more experienced people, high level people, you become more better, and just the wheel continue to fly,
I see.
and you more professional.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So constant learning,
Yeah,
opening
I
up.
think so. Yeah.
So good professionals, marketing or anything else, they know how to run projects.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your experience and your background, which you provide marketing technology,
Yeah, yeah.
what do they do differently to get more out of their partnership with
Okay.
their partners?
Yeah. First, they treat you as a partner.
How?
I mean, they listen to you. Yeah. You hire somebody for a reason, right?
Correct.
So if you hire somebody for their expertise, you should listen to them. All right. So first, you treat other people as a partner. Second, they know very well what they want, what they look for. And then because of that, so they're very clear on specific stuff along the way. Of course, there's something out there knowledge. They will ask their partner, right?
Yes.
And then because they clear from their side, so this thing become easier. And the third thing is they always keep communicate with the partners.
I see.
Yeah.
So the
If there's
lie is
something,
alive.
yeah. You should ally. You make sure information updated. You make sure you don't like something. You tell the partners. You like something. You can tell them as well. And they always review to make him better. So the challenge for us to make with the right partner is our client is they set the high standard. But because of that, we become better as well. So
That's very uplifting.
yeah.
Given your personal experience working across countries since you were young,
Okay.
do you see Vietnamese young talent as a professional place in the world? Do you think they can go out and succeed?
No doubt. Yeah, I have no doubt about that. So we have so much potential. So now is how to realize that potential.
I see.
Yeah. So usually what I realize Vietnamese are very good within their groups. I mean, but outside their groups, they different person. I mean, I'm not sure why they so inconfident, lack of confidence, right?
Although they are good.
Yeah, although they're right,
Ah,
they don't dare to go outside their comfort zone, right? We think we are, but we are not really. I mean, so there's somebody told me at first I thought it's about language, it's about English, right? But and then there's somebody told me, if a person is sharp, he is sharp, whatever language,
True.
right? So I agree with him. And then like I think, I mean, there are huge potential for Vietnamese people, especially the young one, the new generation, can step out Vietnam and work. I mean, as an international or regional level. So the first thing they have to do is they have to look for that opportunities. They have to go out their comfort zone and try it. Yeah.
So, in the influencer platform market, what are some serious misperception or misunderstanding people have about your industry?
Let's talk about the influencer, right?
Yes.
So people think as an influencer, they are somebody untouchable.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
They're somebody, I mean, very far away and have their own life and how to say, trying to close to the media, trying to close to everybody, very distant to fans. It's not true from my experience. Because they are humans.
True.
And we are also as a human, so we share, I mean, similarities, right? So they are also humans, and because of that, they also, I mean, they have their own privacy, right? They have their own space, of course, but at the same time, they are very friendly. Yeah, it just takes time, right? And I mean, just treat them as a human, try to understand them, and they will understand you. Of course, they will do the same, right?
Yes.
And I mean, things become much better. Yeah. So I think that is one of the misunderstanding in terms of influencer and in terms of influencer marketing as well.
I see.
And because you scare of them or because you shy when you talk to them, no, they are very friendly. Of course, I mean, there are thousands or millions of people. I mean, each person have a different characteristic,
True.
right?
Yes.
But I talk to them in a very general context.
Good. And sometimes when people look for partners, right, especially when they can start comparing prices,
Yeah.
they sometimes tend to go with the lowest bidder.
Yeah.
And I'm not so sure it's a healthy approach.
Yeah.
How do you see this?
I agree with you, totally. Yeah. Instead of looking at the cost, I'm trying to encourage our clients to looking at the return. Right. Let's say you willing to spend $100, right? And then you get like just again, for example, like $300. Why don't you spend like $200 and get, let's say, $600 kind of? So let's look at the return.
Yes.
And which means what you want to achieve, and then you will look for quality, you will look for good customer service, and then save your time, which is again your most valuable
True.
thing, right?
True.
So of course, I mean, cost of pricing matter a lot, and we as a platform, as a technology company, we trying to optimize the best cost for our customer, right?
Yep.
But I mean, trying to open your perspective, make it broader.
Yeah. Cheap is not always good though.
Yeah,
so
correct. Yeah.
you have to come with a return, which is actually the new marketing platform, new system allow us to do good tracking.
Yeah.
How do you suggest people looking at the return on investment?
Depends on what they're looking for, right?
Yes.
So at first, if they said, I mean, I want to willing to spend this amount of money, and I want to, let's say, I want to get 100,000 people to know about us, and 1,000 people to talk about our products, kind of, or to interact with our products, and then our algorithm will help them with the best influencer that
see.
match their brands.
I see.
I mean, many things, not only about the cost, right? Because as a brand, you're looking for so many things, including brand safety, brand relevancy,
True.
kind of, right?
Good. Cheap sometimes set you into trouble as well because they don't
Yeah.
carefully protect your brand.
Yeah.
Yep. So we know that changes happening faster ever. 5 years, 6 years ago, online influencer platform, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But one thing we know for sure is more is to come. So, as a professional, and from your background as an early pioneer of this sector, what do you advise us to prepare ourselves professionally towards that?
Yeah. In order to prepare for the future, which is unknown for everyone,
Yes.
right? So we have to be always be open, and learn something new outside of our knowledge, right?
I see.
Yeah. And then we always read something new. We always learn something new, and by that way, you can, prepare a little bit for the future. And finally, maybe expect the unexpected.
True. So as you see it, if you work with many young talents, you grown many for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
I'm certain.
Yep.
What would be one or two advices you would give them to help them get ahead,
Just only one?
or two?
Okay. Like you say, I talk and I work with so many young people, right, in our industry and maybe outside our industry, in Vietnam and even outside Vietnam. They really don't know what they are looking for.
Oh,
I think they should. Try. Of course, try so many things, try new things, and really have to think deeply inside them what they are good at, what they like, and do it. Do it the best, or do it differently in their field, rather than just moving around and around. And at the end of the day, when you get old, you don't have time left. The second thing, I think, the youth now is not very patient compared to maybe our generation or older generation. Yeah, they very easily to quit. Yeah, and the winner never quit.
but what do they lose? Sometimes they don't understand what they lose. They just want to get themselves out.
Yeah, they lose relationship, right? Of course, they lose reputation if they have,
Yeah.
and they lose the most important thing. They lose their time. They keep moving around. A few months in one company, you don't get much. A few months in an industry, you don't get much. You really have to go deep down in that industry, in that company, in that position,
Yep.
and then you can realize more. Yeah. And I believe, I love my job now. Yeah. But not all the little things I love, right? Yeah, there's some things I love very much. There's something, to be honest, I don't like, but I have to do because in general, that's what I love to do, and that's what I do the best, right?
And I really admire this point because people tend to pick parts they like on the plates. But seeing this example, as even as a CEO and founder, you still have an aspect of work which you don't really enjoy, but you still do.
Of course.
This is a real show of example of a good professionalism. So you work many countries. You have organization runs. Hiip is now operating in 4 or 5 countries. How is Vietnamese professional like comparing to others? What are something we are really good and something that if we do a little bit more, we'll be much better?
Okay. And my company operates in Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia, right? And I myself worked in Malaysia before. So let's say compare these 4 countries. Vietnamese are hardworking.
Yes.
They are aggressive people.
Yes.
Yeah. They are rushing to get things done.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are quite, good at logical and a little bit critical thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that on daily basis.
Right. So this is a good thing about Vietnamese, and we should, embrace it, right? However, there's something we should really focus to improve. So we don't think long term. We think very short term, which is totally opposite with a Thai or with a Malaysian people. When we see opportunities, it's very easy for us to jump to that opportunities without thinking, calculating so many, pro and cons.
Is it because we are very quick as well?
Or maybe because we so
Opportunistic?
Yeah, opportunist. Right.
So the first thing is that for us, to go further as a professional, we need to have a little bit of longer term vision, not just come in, opportunities, and then just drop it off.
Yeah.
Right? What else?
If you look at a Vietnamese on the street
Yeah.
or in work, they're trying to be very flexible.
Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to find a lot of shortcuts, right?
Well, it helps get things done, but
It may help them at that time,
true.
but as an organization,
Yep.
or as a society or as a group, right? I mean, it's not really a good impact for all, right? And then because of that, I mean, because the total impact is down, so your benefit also go down.
True.
So I think we should, follow the order, follow the process to make things, total benefit, total society better.
Yes, it will have more of a common good
Yeah.
in that place. So, thank you very much for joining us today, Phi. We've learned a lot about Hiip and also how a platform travel from Vietnam to the region leaderships, and also perspective of how Vietnamese professional can grow and work across the borders.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.